Hey guys, tip of the day here, number 70. As promised, I'm going to try and do as many as I can leading up to the bar box. So before we do, I just wanted to let you guys know that over the holidays, so if you're looking for a great Christmas gift for someone that's a newcomer or wants to get their own stick, I have a limited amount of, there's different colors of these Azka Q and case deals. So they're a really good deal. Taxes in $125. It comes with your own Q case and a chalk holder. So that's a great, if you're looking for someone that you want to get involved in pool, we got these starter Qs. The other thing I'm having a real success with, or I'm helping a lot of people that want to upgrade without spending an incredible amount of money. We have now a contact in Quebec that makes carbon fiber gator shafts. They custom make to any bottom. So if you have a quick release, a McDermott, a Players, any cue that you have that you want to upgrade to a high performance, low deflection shafts, I'm playing with one on purpose I've been trying it out and I love it. It's great. Honestly, you can basically take a bottom that you have that you like and transform it into, all of a sudden it's a really nice playing cue that it's low deflection. You get incredible amounts of spin on this. It's a nice soft hit. And of course, one of the benefits of carbon fiber is that it stays smooth all the time. It doesn't warp, it doesn't ding. So right now, we're able to get it shipped, taxes in, for $325. And what that means is you can put this on any bottom. Now, that sounds like a lot, but the truth is you're looking at Revos are like $7 if you can get them. And the reality is the neat thing about this is it can be custom fit, custom made to any joint. So whatever you have currently that you like in your hand, that is a nice bottom, I can make it. So those, I just want you to be aware, I got some other stuff that's coming in that I'll have over Christmas. You can come see me or feel free to message me on Facebook. And if you're looking for like little gifts for over Christmas, the last thing I'm gonna say is now that we put Predator cloth on all the tables, we are a Predator dealer. So I can get stuff from Predator. If you go to their website, any stuff that they have, I can help you out with some good pricing. If you have a home table and you want to put on the Predator cloth, it's amazing. We're using it. I can help you out there too. So, like, I'm just trying to be able to expand a bit to help the players out and to get, like, this is something that I don't know how far this is going to go, but for now, whatever they have on the Predator that they have in stock, I can get shipped here, and I can beat pretty much any price. Well, I'm not allowed to go undercut other dealers, but I certainly can match everything and get it here for you, okay? So, tip of the day, number 70. I wanted to go over a few key points about pressure and how to deal with it when you got a big game-winning shot. There's a few little principles. So this is what's great about these little tips of the day is that they don't require some of them necessarily you go out and practice. Some do, but this is knowledge based. So next time you're in these positions where you got to make it, I want you to create a little checklist. So I'm going to go over 3 or 4 major things that have helped me over the years when I'm either nervous or I'm not feeling good and I got to make it. They always say stay down, of course. And that's, in all shots, you're supposed to stay down and follow through, right? But there's little check marks, little tricks that I'm going to go right now that will help you to do that. It's one thing to say stay down, but how do we do it? So number 1, very important, is when you're shooting, if you got a shot, you always, of course, want to follow your pre-shot routine. I'm a lefty. Back inner thigh gets lined up. We step in. Once we're in, okay? So here's the thing. What I found personally, and you want to play with all of these, everyone's a little different, but what I found is if I have a super strong bridge, meaning it's really anchored to the table, and what I like to do is I'm going to squeeze my backhand out in a lot, even when I'm in my chair, so that when I do come, this is kind of loose. Because typically, you start to steer when you're nervous, you're holding it too tight. So when in your chair or just before you're shooting, really squeeze your shooting hand and come in and out. Go like that. So now you actually have a little bit of non-tension there. So what you want to do, so that's trick 1, squeeze this and let it go. When you step in, what I want you to do is I want you, whatever bridge this is, this has to be anchored, because what you're going to find is when you're following through, if you aren't balanced here and this is off, there's an inclination to follow with yours, especially when you're nervous, okay? So what we want to do is anchor this, and then the last thing is you want to really anchor. For me personally, you got to make sure you're really balanced. That's the key, because this is like a tripod. If this is balanced and this is anchored, when you follow through, if you're perfectly balanced, there's no inclination to follow through. You're just letting the back arm naturally do what it's supposed to do. And then you want to follow through and stay perfectly still until the ball comes to a stop, okay? One thing, lastly, I'm going to mention about the back foot. I find it helps when there's some tension and nervousness. Generally speaking, people tend to be kind of wanting to shoot the ball, so they're kind of more leaning towards it. And then if you're a little bit off balance, you're going to follow with it. So what I do is put about 10 to 15 more % pressure on my back foot. So I make sure that my back foot, which, by the way, quick little tip, if you're a lefty, if you're a righty, should be your right foot. If you're a lefty, your back foot should be anchored and the inside of your thigh should be pointed right. Now you're in line. But what we want to do is make sure that however you stand, that's preference. But you want to make sure that your back foot is really anchored so that there's no inclination to follow with this. I've even been in situations, and I see it all the time, when your hand can actually even slide a bit because there's just so much. You want to make the shot, you want to get it over. So you gotta battle that by having a really solid bridge. My back foot is, so right now, when I'm stroking through here, I really don't feel any inclination to move. So that, to me, is how you stay down and how you battle with pressure. So I really want you to think about that little check mark. And then the last tip of the day, I probably should just do this for its own tip of the day, but it only takes a minute. When you are shooting the money ball or the 8 ball, great tip here. Every other shot that you shoot, in theory, to get to the 8, you're going to shoot it and you're thinking about another ball ahead, right? Whether you get shape or not, you're never just going to shoot a ball and not think about the next ball you're in. So you're playing shape somewhere. What happens is when you get onto the 8 ball, and this is why a lot of people start to choke on the 8 or miss the 8, is because they then all of a sudden go, oh, I'm on the 8 ball, and they don't do that last step. So now their body feels a little uncomfortable, and they feel like there's something different that's the 8. You want to make it just like another shot. So when you're shooting the 8 ball, in order to make it just like the other ball, you say, okay, you pick a spot, nothing fancy. I like to always come back to the middle of the table. But even though I'm shooting the 8, I still want to pick a spot as to where my cue ball is going to land, because that's what I do for every other shot. And the bonus to this is you're getting more feedback. So the next time you do have to play shape back to the middle of the table, you're doing it. So for me, the 8 ball is just like another ball. I'm trying to get back to the middle of the table, but I'm just shooting the 8 as if it's another shot, and I'm trying to get back to the middle of the table. So here I'm on the right line. I went a hair farther, but now I've got some feedback as well. So the next time that shot comes up, I'll remember. But that tip of the day for the 8 ball is don't all of a sudden say, oh, I'm on the money ball or the 8 ball. Play some kind of position on the 8 ball, and that will help you start to make 8 balls more and stop missing or choking, as they say, on 8 balls, okay? So I'll be back with tip of the day 71 tomorrow, and we'll do something that will be more drill oriented, something that can improve your position and shot making. Thanks.